This video, basic skill we're going to go over, we're going to use in every math class is what's called the distributive property. To kind of just illustrate this, I know if I had this example, if I used order of operations, I know I would do 2 plus 3 first because that's in parentheses. So you would get 6 times 5, which is 30. Another way of looking at it, you could distribute this 6. So we have these two arrows. And when you distribute, you multiply. So the other way of doing it, I'm just going to rewrite it over here. I'll kind of get rid of this. I'm going to have 6 times 2 plus 3. When you distribute, whatever's on the outside, you multiply it by the two terms on the inside. So 6 times 2. Then I'm going to bring down this plus. And then I have 6 times this 3. And then if I look, 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. And when you add 12 and 18, you get 30. So you get the same answer. So that just proved that the distributive property works. Now you're going to use the distributive property whenever you have x's inside the parentheses, which is what we have through 5 through 8. So again, use your order of operations. The parentheses should stand out. You always want to get rid of those parentheses first. So number 5, we're going to distribute 4 to the 2x plus 3. So I'm going to put the little arrows. So when I do that, I'm going to have 4 times 2x. Then since this is a plus right there, I'm going to bring down the plus. And then I'm going to put the arrows. Then I'm going to have 4 times 3. Okay, then when I multiply them, 4 times 2x is 8x. And 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, then we're done because I can't add the 12 to the 8x because this 12 does not have an x. So it's just 8x plus 12. Okay, we do 6. Well, I know I can't combine 4 minus 3x. So to get rid of those parentheses, I'm going to distribute this negative 2. So I'm going to put the arrows. So I'm going to have negative 2 times 4. And then here, now I see I have two negatives. I have this negative 2 and this negative. When you multiply those two negatives, you're going to get a positive. Very important to remember that. That's a common mistake. And then I'm just going to put 2 times 3x. So negative times a negative gives me a positive. So negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. And then 2 times 3x is 6x. And again, we're finished because that negative 8 doesn't have an x. These are unlike terms. Okay, if I look at 7, let's move this over, get a little bit bigger. If I look at 7, the order's switched around. The number that you want to distribute is on the outside. But that's all right. We can still distribute the negative 2. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to skip the work. So negative 2 times 3x, I'm not going to write that out because I could use mental math for that. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. And then here, negative 2 times this negative 1, don't forget that. That's going to give me a positive. So negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. And then that's it. You're done. Okay, number 8 looks a little bit different because there's no number on the outside. There's just a negative. So if there's no number on the outside, put a 1. It's like there's a 1 there. So what this is telling you is you want to distribute a negative 1 to the 2x minus 3. So when I do this, negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. And then negative 1 times negative 3 is going to give me positive 3, so I have plus 3. And again, 3, you can't combine it with negative 2x because there's no x with the 3 right there. All right, so that was real basic. You just distributed, which really is you just multiply the number on the outside with every term on the inside. And when you do that, it gets rid of the parentheses.